Welcome back. The Trump administration has released more than 80,000 pages of documents related to the 1963 assassination of President John F. Kennedy, and one revelation is shockingly close to home.
Yeah, it's revealed Australia's top spy boss urged the CIA to keep anonymous telephone calls to the Canberra embassy before and after the assassination of President Kennedy under wraps, raising fresh questions about what Canberra might have known.
For more, we're joined by presidential historian and author James Robinault. Good morning. Explain the Aussie connection.
Well, you guys have your own CIA top agency, secretive type agency, and the United States has its CIA. And in 1968, the head of your group sent a letter to Richard Helms, who was the head of the CIA, asking him to continue to maintain the seal on a document that had been marked by the Warren Commission in President Kennedy's assassination. And Helms agreed to that in the letter that has now been unredacted and that we've now seen. But I'm not sure we know the full story there yet. It's just the beginning, I think, of figuring out what that's all about.
So would that have been a typical communication?
You know, these secret agencies did communicate with each other quite a bit. I mean, we did it with the British and with the French, and certainly there are even some contacts with the Russians on that level. But it's kind of a small community of people who know each other's secrets to a certain extent and agree to keep those secrets over time.
So are there more secrets there relating to Australia and JFK's assassination?
You know, it's not very clear that Australia has too many connects, but what's interesting is that the CIA was involved in operations principally aimed at Cuba and getting rid of Fidel Castro. And in doing that, they engaged people in countries around the world with various, people who were agents and sources and so forth. And, what comes out of these files that we're starting to see right now is that the CIA knew a lot about this guy, Lee Harvey Oswald, who is known in history as the lone assassin, the lone nut assassin. But the CIA was all over him weeks before he, conducted this operation, including very suspicious stuff that he did in Mexico City. So that's another example of the CIA having operations in Mexico City and keeping tabs on Oswald. They knew all about him before the assassination, and they either stood by and were negligent, or they were encouraging people to use Oswald as kind of a patsy in the whole thing.
It's just amazing, isn't it, that beyond 60 years, we're still intrigued by this story. James, thanks for your time.